Welcome back to Dirt to Daytona, folks. Today, we are at North Carolina Speedway. 1.2 million up for grabs. Not much to talk about. We just got done with our last race. If you haven't watched that video, came out yesterday. Please go back and watch it. 3, 2, 1. We won. But it wasn't just an easy win. We had to battle through adversity to get there, and we did it. Now I'd like to come out to North Carolina Speedway, put down some solid laps, put together a solid race, and hopefully another victory. I gotta practice some, and we will see you at qualifying. Yeah. Well, we are better than everyone that's qualified so far. As long as we run well. So instead of using, well, Swanson Cattle on the back is actually the sponsor we put on there. The trunk sponsor was just Hardware Inc. or something, so I put Ace Hardware on there. And the side panels were Tiki Blowers, so I just picked another tool thing, but not one that we're already sponsored, or that's already sponsored out there, so I picked Mac Tools, so there's that. Anyway, we messed this lap up a little bit, but I think we can still recover, at least to get a better lap than what's been out there so far. We'll see, actually, how this goes. We're gonna dip it down. Dip it down. Still better than theirs. So far, that doesn't mean that it's not. It's better than everyone. Fourth place. Yeah, if we had run the last we were running, we had run a 24 flat in practice without obviously drafting. So we're good. We're gonna get out. Front of the pack is nice, so we can hopefully get out there, do some good work, and come away with victory number 2. That's the goal. That is the goal.
Under beautiful Carolina blue skies, welcome to the North Carolina Speedway, also known as The Rock. This 1-mile oval's been thrilling fans for over 30 years. With 22 degrees of banking and a tough-on-tires surface, you get fierce competition that gives The Rock its name.
Good. I'm excited. Are you excited? Let's get this going! I'm excited for this season and things to come.
The race is going green. There's the green flag. Car low.
Quick jump. Quick smash into Sterling Marlin. Miss our second to third gear shift. And come off the gas here because we didn't turn, and Gordon drives away. Perfect. All right. Woo! Not how we wanted to start that lap, but we're okay. We're okay here. What, 40 laps in the tank, I think? I don't know how many are in this race. I know it was like 164 on the second one. This one is 200. Wow. Okay, so this is a longer race than the first one. Or the second one. Holy crap, I did not realize we had a nearly 200 lap race here. All right, that's going to be, we're going to go ahead and just fall in line right here and kind of get our crap together, start hitting our marks the way that we hit them. See if I can roll in with these guys. And Sterling Marlin's pretty fast. He was pretty fast when we raced him the last time. Guarantee he's not pleased with us either, so there's that, but whatever. Here we go. Nice little corner. Yeah, Marlin is running really tight inside. We're just trying to... I probably could have adjusted those gear ratios for this race a little better. I'm running the same setup I had in the last race. Ooh, that was bad. Running the same setup I had in the last race that did well. Got us a second place finish, I believe. Yeah, second place. So I was hoping that I'd be able to... Ooh, I did not brake. I forgot. This is 1 and 2. We're fine. Anyway, let's look at the tires real quick. Yep, we're torching the shit out of the front right tire. It's okay, though. We're just going to make some proper moves here and fix ourselves. Ooh, that was way more of a hit than I thought it was going to be, but here's that he got it under control. That was not at all what I thought was going to happen. I thought, we give him a little boop, but I didn't think it was going to cause that kind of upsetness. Matter of fact, how much? If it's over 3%, we hit him pretty hard. If it's not, we didn't really hit him that hard at all. Yeah, 2%. We barely hit him, so whatever. Certainly Marlin obviously isn't going to go away. We are definitely faster than Rudd, Bush, and Gordon. 190 to go. Oh, that's going to hurt. Because I couldn't do more than what I just did. Because I wanted to click on something to... I'm going to finish this stint, guys. I'm obviously a moron right now and need to correct some of my driving woes. And we'll see you... I mean, it's a long race. We got four pit stops, I think. So, whoa, dude, what are you doing? Don't come down. Anyway, we'll see you guys. Action, caution, pit stops. Caution flies. Of course, I slowed it down so you could see. Here's how it felt. We're gonna pit, by the way, and be at the back of everything. Here's how it felt for me. It felt like Martin ran down on us, and I spun him because he ran down on us. I'll look at it later, but certainly didn't feel like I turned up into him. It felt like he came down on us. So, in editing, obviously, I'll take a closer look at it. But anyway, we'll see you after the caution. We pit, we're clean. Behind a lot of cars. Even though we're in 10th place, there's just seemingly a lot of cars in front of us. I need to pay attention to this. There we go. Could have been worse. 3 wide. What are we doing, guys? I mean, we've got plenty of time. I'm not in a hurry for this. I'm truly not. My bigger concern is cars coming up behind me. There was one right there in Blaney. We're going to give it a little here. Oh, get out of my... Don't. Why are you riding up there, Wood?
Clear low.
Don't you want to do better? Be below all these cars? Ugh. Right. Atwood here, Labonte there. It's crazy to have a car that doesn't have 2 screwed up wheels, because now we can actually turn again. That's something. That's something else, isn't it, folks? Be able to drive? What? Who would have thought of that? All right, here we go. Pushing it down the straightaway in 7th place, making some moves, showing that we've got the car again. Of course, Ricky Rudd, Jeff Gordon out in front by a fair amount. But I don't feel like that's going to prevent us from tracking them down as long as we keep our nose clean. As we jump up into 6th place and start to track down Rusty Wallace, Sterling Marlin, Tony Stewart. Feels good. Feels very good, in fact. That was a nice drive off there.
That was a great lap.
Yes, it was. Ooh. Get it back down under control, though, because I almost screwed that up. Okay, Marlon, I would have expected you to ride much tighter onto Stewart, and of course he didn't, so now we're in a bit of a pickle.
Still there.
All right. Why is he running middle of the track like that? Like, he's leaving a... all right. Wallace made the right move to get underneath both of these guys. Yeah, he is running really high, and I wanted to run around him, so that didn't work out for us, but we're just going to
Still there.
go tight inside here and hopefully get some kind of a run. Maybe break a little bit later. Oh, that didn't work.
All clear.
The damage, no, just the rear bumper. They're fine. Come on. All right. Better drive off. Why does it look like Rusty Wallace is all smashed up too? He is. His front right is totally jacked up. All right. Hey, look who we've caught back up to. It's nice when you have a vehicle that's not all damaged. As in the first stint, we had to let a lot of cars go away. We weren't able to drive up to these cars or anything, so it's nice to be able to
Still there.
catch up now and have a competitive vehicle. Competitive race car here.
Stay high. Still there. You're all clear.
Oh, I don't know how the tires are. I was going to say, I'm sure I burned up the tire pretty good trying to get back up to the lead area, but you know what? Then that's what we do. We still have a lot of laps to go in this race. I don't even think we're 25% through it yet, are we? No, almost. We're getting there.
Clear low.
There's the lead. Rudd had to slow down for Daly, the 161. And we're off, trying to make some better moves here. Get around these lappers, which I had some concerns with the big track we were just on and how these lap cars were running all so much faster, but maybe it's because it's the Daytona 500 and everybody runs their best whatever. You know, it could be that whole thing. I also know that I'm pretty good at this track anyway,
Car low.
so it'll be... Next week we race at Las Vegas. That'll be a good track to determine how we are on. Oops. Oh, come on. That's gonna bring out a caution, isn't it?
There's a spin in turn one. The yellow's out.
That sucks. I just nicked him with my bumper. Anyway, what do we have in the tank? 28. That sucks. I mean, that's obviously on me, but I wish they just weren't so flimsy. You know, take a little bump at the front end and recover. Come on now. All right. Well, we'll see you after the... I'm not pitting. We'll see you after the caution. I pit because it put us in line with what we needed to do for fuel. Actually, anything under 160 would have put us back on track, and so I decided, because of the position we were in against everybody else, that we might as well do just that. So I pit.
Still there. All clear.
Matt Kenseth and Bobby Hamilton did not pit, so whatever does occur here is whatever. Or you should pass them. They're on very old stuff right now, to be honest. And there we go.
Stay high. Still there. All clear.
And here we go. Let's take a look. See, not burning up our stuff now. I mean, granted, it's very early in the run, but the point is, we've marched our way out to a nice lead. And there were a few cars that, like, 6 of the leaders pit with us. I don't know. Oh, come on.
There's a spin in turn
Well, now
three.
there's just absolutely no way we're pitting now. We don't have a dent on us, a ding on us. We got probably 1% aero because they can't ever completely fix the car, which makes sense. But wow, there's a spin in turn 3 is what pulled it out. Okay, well, I'm just going to coast to the... Oh, not completely coast, but you get my point. No need to do anything right now. We'll let them group back up, and we'll catch you after the caution. Bit of a caution fest already, but, you know, whatever.
Get set. The race is going green. There's the green flag. Car low. Car low. All clear.
There we go. Able to get around that corner ahead of everybody and drive away. I'm not sure that a lot of cars pit again, so Here we are, looking pretty nice. Of course, the ones who did pit are kind of stuck back there with these other guys who haven't pit yet. And that's nice for us. Could have gone in at that corner a little better. Yo, Jared, I think, pit with us, so he got around him. Here he is, going to try to make his way up on us. We'll see how long that'll last. I'm not sure. We shall see. 143 left in the race. We have 30 laps left in this tank. Looks like we pulled away from Jared a little bit on a couple corners here. Worked out pretty well for us. Won't get on that apron.
That was a great lap.
It was. Got us into the 23s. That's always a nice thing. And all of a sudden, Jared is being passed by Marlon, who's gaining on us. Marlon, I believe, was the one who won the race here. Yeah, at the end, he just had too much for us. So I'm hoping that I'm able to dispel that this time. I'd love to not have him do the same thing to us again. Looks like we are pulling on him, even though he got in front of Jarrett. Yeah, we're pulling on him anyway. Clear skies for now. So we're going to go ahead and take a break from talking, and we'll get back to it. Caution action or our pit stop.
There's a spin in turn 3. Yellow's out.
Caution flies, spin in turn 3. 22 in the tank. We'll stay out. No reason not to. We're just gonna, I think. Yeah, we'll stay out. Bonnie and Echo, get into it. 18 and 181 car. Bobby Labonte and Echo River had it out. And I see Bobby Labonte. Is that Labonte right there? Yeah, he is on pit road.
All clear.
Damaged. Probably out for the race. Or, well, there's so much time left. He could make it back on the track, but his day is over as far as hoping for any kind of a decent finish. I saw Sterling Marlin's out as well. I want to say Kurt Busch might be out. Or maybe both of them are back on the track at this point, but they were definitely heavily damaged. Oh, there they both are. Yep, they're still there. So, or not Sterling Marlin, sorry, Mark Martin. I might have said it right. You know, sometimes you say stuff and you're just not paying attention. Anyway, here we are. Oh my goodness, another spin. I see the smoke. Gonna pay attention to that. Make sure it wasn't a. Yeah, we're good. All right, back to it. Hopefully, we get some time this time to drive around and finish out our stint. 15 to go in our tank. So, moving right along. Oh my goodness. Caution comes out again. Obviously, we have nothing to do with it again. And I think we're going to pit this time, though. I know there's a 125 left, but I just feel like it's the right thing to pit this time around. 'Cause I'd hate to pit under green when I had an opportunity to pit under caution. So the damaged cars were Matt Kenseth and John Wood. We pit.
There's the green flag.
So we're here, you know, in the back of these guys.
Stay high. Still there.
And this is
Car
the
low.
part where if we were in the lead, we have no problem just tearing off there, but we're not in the lead, so we have to be a little more cautious. And
Still there.
oh yes, having McCabe there was so big.
All clear.
Get a huge run right here. Get in front of Laguerre before the corner. On the brakes hard. Slide it through, and there we go. Now we're working with the lead pack. That is big because otherwise we would have been losing more time to these fine fellers. It's not going to be so easy just to catch and pass them, I'm sure. They have not pit yet, though. We're on Freshy McFresh stuff. Of course, that was not great. That was scary. I thought he was going to drive right down on us. He did not. It was very nice. We get to keep driving. And obviously, we knew we were faster than Tony Stewart. Oddly, I also know we're faster than Jeff Gordon, who I think is leading right now. So, kind of interesting to see him in front of Marlon. Not who I would have put up there if I were thinking about it. But we are gaining on Marlon pretty heavily right now, actually. Once we get in the lead, we'll speed things up, but, you know, we're pushing for it, so might as well do the doings. A lot of tire tracks on the track. Unbelievable. Well, good news. We don't really use our brakes a lot, although we do. In 1 and 2, we use them, but whatever. That doesn't mean I can't do what I need to do. Just means we can't slam on the brakes anymore, so that'll make it a little unique. Better to do that when you're in the lead. What, does it feel like Marlon's going to pit right now? Sure is. Well, say goodbye to your day. Because we don't have to stop for 33 laps. Alright, so, do I have any brakes? Yeah, kind of. If we have to pit through green flag stops, though, that's going to be rough on us. Oh, that is going to be very rough on us. Yeah, we do have sub brakes, so I guess we'll figure it out. We'll have to just pull off early and slow down and figure it out. Regardless, it'll cost us time, but we have to do what we have to do, so whatever. So we continue to drive up towards Gordon. Yeah, we're gaining on him a little bit here. Obviously, Kurt Busch isn't probably slowing him down considering that he's got... Well, now he's about to get slowed down. These are the things where we're going to have to be very aware of because we have our braking issue. So I'll just have to, like, preemptively be ready to... Yeah, we'll take that. Around the outside, folks. For the lead and to put him back a fair amount. But we don't have a lot of braking power, so... Oh, look who just got back on the track. Mark Martin. Back in the race. Never know where he could end up. Oh, I'm full on the brakes. There's nothing I could do there. Oh, and of course we finished the spinning around. Damage our front bumper. He did not end up getting hit by anyone else. I saw him in the rear view, so that worked out for him. I mean, it didn't because he got damaged, but so did we. And now we are riding around. I mean, that's going to happen. If I forget to make any slow or really thoughtful slowing down things, we're going to be in big trouble. That's the best way to put it. If I don't slow down early, if I have to make any quick snap decisions, what you just saw happen is what's going to happen. We're going to plow into people. Best thing that we can hope for is that we don't get mechanical damage, radiator, or even suspension damage. Sorry, I was hoping I was going to be able to make it around that corner. I have no care, nor do I have any desire of getting in front of Mark Martin. He is obviously many, many laps down, and there is no reason for us to try to catch and pass him. We're going to back up our corners a little bit more so that we can try to make these turns without hitting our brakes much at all. This is one of those times where, we were able to slow down enough before getting to that point. That could have been bad, but it worked out. And I mean, I'm still tapping the brakes, but there's just not much there. Not much there for us. Second race of the season, and we have a brake failure. It's not a good sign for the team. Okay, that was a crazy move by Steve Park. Thankfully, we were on the brakes as hard as we could be and avoided it.
You're all clear. Clear high.
Because that wasn't great. Well, we're in first place. We've got 25 left at the line, so we're going to go ahead and speed it up and run through the rest of our stint in hopes that, it's a good one for the rest of it and we don't make any more mistakes on the brakes. And we'll see you caution action for our pit stop.
You're all clear. Out.
Not sure what the caution's for. No accident happened around me. I know that Mike Skinner hit the wall, but I thought he got down in time and everything was okay there, so that's odd.
Clear low.
Got some problems here. There we go. Well, yeah, I guess we'll pit again. 95 to go. We're just outside of the range of it being a one stop left, but who knows what'll happen, obviously, and we might as well clean it up. We still don't have brakes, so we might as well get our bumper in as good of order as we can in case some stuff happens again, as we're all crinkled up from not being able to stop that one time. All right.
The race is going green. There's the green
Still have a
flag.
pretty dented up hood. I would love it if we can get in front of everybody right now. I'm not going to. Oh, come on, Gordon. I'm sorry, Earnhardt Jr. Whoa.
Clear low.
Get it together, Wallace. Get it to... Oh, we'll be pitting again.
Yellow's out. All clear. There's a spin in turn 2. Pace car's out.
Oh. We'll see you after the caution. I really, really, really need to get in front of these cars
There's
in
the
this
green
corner.
flag.
I don't think we're going to, but I would like
Still
to.
there. Car low.
Wow, look at Blaney out there. He's like, give me back my lap. All right.
Stay high. Still there. All clear.
Oh, I don't have brakes. Like literally, remember? Yes, I know. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Get it together. Oh, no, no. Get it together, man. Oh, I tried to straighten him. Okay, he got straightened out. I was trying to help him, and I actually probably damaged my car doing it. Whatever. All right. Blah, 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 blah. You know, we've got what we've got in front of us, and that's what I need to focus on more than what I just did there. Well, we've got Rusty Wallace in front of us. Blaney isn't.
Turn 2.
Blaney will be, he'll be a problem if he gets in our way, but oh yeah, I did damage us a little bit too much there. Definitely the impact around the corner wasn't great. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem for me. Okay,
Car low.
let me see if I can adjust to not only the brake issues, but now my body issues.
All clear.
Get there. I want to be able to have a drive off by dipping up under Blaney because now he's all of a sudden running slower. Like he got his speed burst, but it's all over now. I don't think you understand how helpless of a feeling it is when you slam on the brakes and there are no brakes. I gotta just figure out how to do this without... Oh,
Still there.
this is not going to be easy, especially overall. Like, this isn't going away even when we pit. We still have to deal with this problem. Well, that was actually done really well. Okay, okay. I'm going to come off a little bit earlier here and actually get on the brakes early here as well, so I can roll the rest of the corner. All right. Adjustments to the driving being made.
Stay high. Still there.
Here's the hard part, because he's very tight in. I can't get under him and hold it. So I just need to, like, hope that I can get around him from the outside somehow. I don't think that's going to happen.
Still there.
Oh, now he wasn't tight? Whatever, dude.
All clear.
He's fine. He's fine. That was dumb, though. Like, dude totally is running super tight to the inside, and that time I pull down thinking I have the middle lane, and he decides he wants to run about 2/3 up on that inside line. I can't make a drastic move to control that. You guys know, I have no brakes, so drastic move wasn't able to be had. We gave him a little bump. He's not gone. He's still in second place, so we're here. Looks like Wallace is pitting. This is what we have. This is where we're at, folks. We're doing whatever I can do. I'm like full on the brakes to go into that corner now just to hopefully drive it out. It's working enough. Unfortunately, it's what I have to do here to make it around these corners at all is to get hard on the brake right at what was my let off the gas point is now my slam on the brakes as well point, because I can't pump the brakes to get through these corners anymore. I mean, we're adjusting. As you can tell, we're doing just fine with it. Almost weren't, but there we go. Well, we've driven away from Mark Martin even, who has a fully operational vehicle again, so that worked out pretty well. Got Jarrett by a couple seconds now, driving away from him. And here we are. We've got 30 in the tank. How many do we have left in the race? 75. So sucks because that means we got 45 laps when we pit and we only get 40 in the tank. So we're short. And I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Who's to say that there's not going to be another caution? I don't think that right now I would pit if there was another caution.
All clear.
How did I just get on the brakes in a weird spot? See, those are the types of moves that making them are really potentially bad for me. I have to be a lot more cautious about what I do there. However, we got through it.
Still there. You're all clear.
And here we are. Ooh, 131. Almost just lost his rear bumper. We're here doing the best that we can, and I think we're doing pretty all right with it, to be honest. With the added function issues, we're doing pretty all right with it. As I mean, obviously we are, because we're passing even double-digit cars on the track. Because we adjusted to what we have. And that's all I can say, is that you got to make the adjustment. And because we were able to do the right thing, we're able to come out here and continue to lead on this track. We're going to go ahead and speed up the rest of this stint, though. So, caution action or pit stops is when we'll be talking to you again.
turn 2. The yellow's out.
Looks like Kurt Busch just got tired of Mark Martin, put him up down into the wall. Rough race for him as he had already been repaired after a long time and was running in last place already. We were saving gas. We had saved 2 laps, but now there's no reason to. We'll just pit now and pit again at the end of the next run. So we'll do it, and see you after the caution. Well, there's 3 of us on the lead lap together. Oh, yes, Dale. Do it on the outside. Love to see it.
Hold your line. Clear high.
Bye. That's nice. That's very nice. Now we have fresh tires, so we can hopefully drive away. Hamilton might have pit with me, but he wasn't fast anyway. Jarrett certainly didn't pit, so he's not okay. I should assume that we'll end up racing against other lap cars and stuff in a little bit, so let's just kind of drive this part out, and we'll be back with you when we get to some lap cars. That's some action-packed driving when you don't have brakes. All right, we've come up on some lap traffic, which is, you know, it's whatever. We pulled quite handedly away from Jarrett and Hamilton. Hamilton with the fresh stuff is going to drive in front of Jarrett, but that really doesn't mean much for us. We're actually really letting off the gas, backing up the corners as the race car drivers call it. No, we're really backing up the corners, though. Not having to use our brakes at all. The little that we have is kind of nice. Becomes a little more dramatic with all of these lap cars around. Becomes a lot more challenging when the lap cars end up being cars like, your double-digit cars that we end up maybe taking a corner or a turn better than, but can't make drastic moves around them. That wasn't...
Stay high. Still there.
That wasn't what I meant, but that was one of those situations where we couldn't get on the brakes just to stay behind him. So, Gabe quickly moves down the track, which is fine by me. There's Jarrett coming back on the track after getting his service, leaving just one car on the lead lap with us. It's whatever, you know. We do still have one pit stop left.
Still there.
So we'll be, I don't know, with like 20 left or something. No, 13 left. We'll be pitting. It'll be a full service pit stop because we are going to have pretty much used up our equipment at that point. So we definitely want to have as big of a lead as we can on Mr. Hamilton because he doesn't have any problems with this car. So he's able to do the things. But for us, we're going to definitely, we're using our tires to slow down. You know, we're leaning on the right side tires to slow down.
Still there. All clear.
And it's going all right. We're not like wearing out anything worse than normal, but you know, it could go poorly. Here comes one of those double-digit cars we were talking about in Kevin Harvick. And I'm on the brakes as hard as I can. There's nothing I could do there.
Still there. All clear.
You know, you would think, sitting next to Borland, that he would have had
All clear.
plenty of speed to get around him, but I guess I was wrong. He didn't have plenty of speed to get around him. Dale Jarrett trying to track us down to get on the lead lap again. From Steve Park again, hoping that he makes that. Yeah, I was going to say, hoping he makes that turn down the track so that we can get around him on the outside. Just the safest place for us right now because we can't exactly worry about slamming the brakes to drift up the track or to avoid drifting up the track, I mean. Yeah, we did damage the car when we ran into Harvick, so now we're tight off, or we weren't just 5 laps ago, so that sucks. Jared will drive back to get on the lead lap again, which isn't great for us either. Well, what does he do that for? I guess he's not going to drive back to up on the lead lap. It's not like I could drive down on him. I feel, well, again, we'll have to review the tape and editing and let you know. Did he drive up? Did we come down on him? I don't feel like we have the ability to drive down on anyone right now, as we are fully leaning on the car to even make it around these corners. If anything, we would have been drifting up or going straight through the corner. So rear end tapped, and that put him sideways, and now he's definitely not in a great spot to try to gain any or get back on the lead lap, I mean. I don't know if he'll be able to get back on the lead lap in a little bit. I think I see him back there already again, so he might be able to make some adjustments and get here. And he don't do it. We went really shallow into that one. That's on us, but we did it. We managed to get off that corner safely. I didn't think we were going to be able to do that at all. 36 in the race, which means we got 23 at most before we had 24 laps, 23 probably when we lit pit. So we're going to drive it out. If there's a caution between now and before we pit, that's going to be the last time we have to pit. We are in the window for the final drive. So let's go ahead and run this one out, and hopefully we'll be able to do what we need to do and come away with, well, be in a good spot to either pit or have a caution. Anyway, we'll be back with you as usual. Caution action pit stops. Caution flies. We only had 15 left in the tank, but it doesn't matter because we are within the window to take our last pit stop and finish this race out. We booped a couple people along the way, but we didn't wreck anybody, so that was good. Oh, and when Sterling Marlin lost it, so we went through 3 wide. We barely touched him on the straightaway. We didn't touch him anywhere near the corner. He loses it in the corner, slides up the track. We're full on the brakes. I kid you not, we barely touched him, so that was kind of cool because I thought that was surely going to get us all caught up in that wreck. He did pit, not sure why, because he slid up. We barely had any contact when he slid up, and it looked like he recovered. But anyway, we're going to pit our last time and finish this bad boy out. We'll see you after the final, hopefully, caution.
Get set. The race is going green. There's the green flag.
Wow, we did not get a jump on that at all. But we have fresh stuff. I don't know if Hamilton actually pit. I don't know if he pit. A lot of cars pit, but I don't know if Hamilton was one of them. Well, freak. I'm going to say he didn't with how slow he did that corner. Okay, well. Here we are doing what we're doing. We got Sterling Marlin behind us saying that he wants to get up in this too, and that's not great for us. I could give a crap about him or Rusty Wallace at this point. Bobby Hamilton was the only one that I cared about. What do we have left in the race? 18 to go. We have fresh stuff, so we can drive as hard as possible, but we also have no brakes. If you guys didn't remember that, we still have no brakes. For those of you who skip around in the videos, if you're watching right now, you didn't know that, We had a brake failure a long time ago, which is why we've run into a couple cars the way we have, like we used to before we knew how to really drive. We actually know how to drive now, but we have no brakes. So we've had to adjust, and we still managed to drive a hell of a race, to be honest with you. We've driven really well. So that's what is very pleasing to me. And hopefully I'll just finish off these 16 laps and walk away with victory number 2 on the season. Wouldn't be too upset about that, especially with all the challenges we've faced in this day. I hope when we go to Vegas that we don't have a problem, because I just like to run a race. I mean, this race, I feel like if we didn't have the brake issue, I don't know, we might have dominated this whole race, to be honest with you. We are really good at North Carolina, at the Rock. But it's definitely not Vegas. Vegas has a flat or less of a bank, and it's different. Now, when we ran in the trucks at Vegas, though, the last time we ran there, quite possibly the cleanest race we've had in the truck series on a track that wasn't a super speedway. And I feel like we can do the same type of work with the Cup car out there, and we can just go out there, put together a solid race, wide track, so that part's nice, and hopefully continue to dominate the competition. Now, we have a couple tracks that we need to think about this year that are going to be big time for us that I'd like to perform really well at. Obviously, Bristol isn't too far away. Martinsville is always a huge challenge and very frustrating. What else do we have? Sonoma is annoying in this, but we're going to do the best that we can. That was an early race last year before we had a lot of upgrades, so that could be a big change this time around. Of course, then Watkins Glen is another one that we have to do better. 28th place finish last year. I won't forget that, simply because we pit under caution before pits were open, and it put us down a lap. Otherwise, I think that we could have probably finished in the top 20 at least, which was, I think, the goal for that race anyway.
Still there. Clear low.
So hopefully we're able to drive better this year. I can't slow down any more than that, buddy.
Carlo.
Just, you're going to slide out, aren't you? You're going to... Oh, I slid out. Son of a...
Carlo. Yellow's out.
Ah!
10 laps to go. Pace
Come
car's out.
on. We'll see you after the caution.
Get set. The
I made a
race is
potentially
going green.
giant mistake here.
There's the green
Less than
flag.
10 to go in the race, so we are in the back of the pack because it's single file restart with less than 10 to go.
Clear low.
So Bobby Hamilton being up there, unless he has to pit, we are screwed. I mean, I won't say we are screwed, but I don't know how we're getting around everyone. We don't have brakes, so we can't make drastic moves here. I mean, I'm going to make very aggressive moves. I want that freaking win. Whoa. We just got super loose. That's going to bring out a caution.
The engine's blown.
Oh. We just ended our
There's a
race.
spin in turn 4.
And the caution didn't come out. And our engine's blown. And our race is over. We're staying out. Unbelievable.
There's the wreck and
We're
turn
done.
on.
We're done.
Pace car's out.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, yeah. It's terrible. See what happens under caution if it's going to allow us to stay out.
5 laps to go.
5 to go, maybe we'll just stay out and finish second. I don't know. With a blown engine, I'm definitely not pitting right now. Maybe we'll get lucky. That was terrible. No brakes, guys. We limped through that whole time, and I never should have pit that last time. I didn't think about the 10 to go thing. I should have, because it said 10 to go. That was my mistake, and that cost us a win. Oh well. We'll see you at the end of the race. One way or another, it's either going to be under caution or in the pit. Well, folks, that's going to be it. Oil spilling all over the track and all with a blown engine, but it looks like we're going to finish this one in second place. Second time in a row we're a groomsman, not a groom, but that's how it goes. We kind of got lucky that the last 5 laps under caution or the last 5 laps were under caution and we were able to bring it home like this. So we'll take it. We're about to cross that line in just a second here. And sucks because we're going to lose out on winning the money for winning the race. But whatever, you know, we walk away top 5, as he said. We'll still be in first place overall, or we should be. Top 5, Bobby Hamilton, Tony Savoy, Robbie Gordon, Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace. We walk away with $206,000 for that. We got Hardware LTD and Tiki Blowers, but we missed out on our biggest, I think the biggest one. No, Hardware LTD is the biggest one. We missed out on Swanson Cattle. And we have no other sponsors on there because I'm waiting to see if bigger ones show up. North Carolina, the weather was clear at North Carolina and it brought some exciting driving with it. Bobby Hamilton took first place on February 2nd or February 20th, but Tony Savoy was not far behind, taking second place. With that second place, we actually tied for driver points on that race with Hamilton. And we are 15 points ahead of Hamilton. I hate that we don't have a second victory, but we got a top 5. Okay. Our next race, I believe I talked about it at the end of the race anyway, is at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're going to start to travel out here to the West Coast. I believe that'll be the finishing out. Yes, it's on the 27th of February, so that'll be finishing out February. Then we move into March. But folks, that is going to do it for this episode. I would like to take a moment out to say thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And of course, until next time, and as always, you take care.